We are living in an unprecedented era where phone notifications ping every minute, inboxes are always full, goals pile up endlessly, and social media constantly demands our attention. The modern world offers us thousands of opportunities, but also takes away something priceless: our inner stillness. We are always busy, always online, yet rarely feel truly connected to ourselves. Amid this relentless pace, Ryan Holiday, a sharp contemporary author known for his works on Stoic philosophy and practical thinking, delivers a message like a wake-up call. Stillness is the key. Stillness is a Key is not a book telling you to abandon everything and retreat to a remote monastery. Instead, it shows you how to find moments of peace in the middle of a bustling city, a busy office, or under the pressures of work. Stillness here is not merely the absence of sound. It is a state of mental calm, spiritual clarity, and physical balance. Holiday skillfully blends ancient wisdom, modern psychology, and stories of great historical figures to guide us on a journey to reclaim the stillness we have lost. Holiday begins with an uncomfortable truth. It is our own mind, not the outside world, that is the greatest source of chaos in our lives. We often think we are pressured by work, family, or society, but most stress originates from the way we process, exaggerate, and interpret events. He introduces the idea of the inner citadel, a mental fortress to which only we hold the key. It's not built from stone, but from discipline, self-awareness, and emotional control. This echoes the teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius. You cannot stop the storm from coming, but you can become the calm captain steering your ship through the waves. Then comes the canvas strategy, a seemingly simple yet highly effective method. Clear your canvas before you paint. In other words, remove distractions, unimportant tasks, and draining relationships to make room in your mind for what truly matters. As Holiday emphasizes, the mind cannot create when it's crowded with the clutter of fake busyness. One particularly fascinating point is Holiday's encouragement to live many lives through reading and learning from others. A book can give you deep insight into a life you have never lived. Philosophy, from Roman Stoicism to Eastern Zen, teaches that learning is not just for knowing, but for changing the way you live each day. If the mind governs thoughts, the spirit is a factory that produces life's energy. But this energy is quickly depleted if the ego grows too large or if we chase superficial measures of success. Holiday argues that spiritual stillness begins with lowering the ego and taking the posture of a lifelong learner. He illustrates this with the story of Winston Churchill, a man who faced war, politics, and immense pressure, yet preserved his clarity of mind through painting, reading, and timely rest. Or John F. Kennedy, who, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, chose calm over rash action, helping the world avoid nuclear war. Holiday also discusses memento mori, remembering that you will die. While it may sound grim, this awareness helps us cherish every moment and let go of what doesn't matter. When we live knowing time is limited, we focus on what truly brings value instead of wasting energy trying to prove ourselves. He further explores the Japanese concept of ikigai, the reason you wake up each morning. When your work, passions, personal values, and societal needs intersect, you find a deep sense of purpose. Holiday believes that a spirit with ikigai naturally becomes still, as it is no longer pulled by aimless desires. Holiday stresses that a strong mind and spirit will collapse if the body is exhausted. Stillness cannot last without proper sleep, healthy eating, and care for your physical well-being. This is an empty cliche. It's scientific reality. A fatigued body makes the mind more irritable, stressed, and unfocused. He introduces the concept of euthymia, a harmonious state of mind that can only be achieved when the body is in good health. Through vivid examples, Holiday shows how leaders, artists, and athletes sustain creativity and decisiveness through exercise, adequate rest, and balanced nutrition. Another thought-provoking idea is the distinction between alive time and dead time. Alive time is when you're learning, growing, and progressing, even in hardship. Dead time is when you let moments pass without meaning. Holiday urges us to turn adversity into a live time. Unemployment becomes a chance to learn a new skill. Failure becomes a valuable lesson. Finally, he speaks of the God's eye view, seeing life from above. When you step back and see the bigger picture, you realize that most of your worries are small in the grand scheme of life. Positive solitude, solitary walks, or journaling, All these are tools to create the necessary distance for a calm and clear mind. Stillness is a Key delivers a powerful message. Stillness is not a passive state. It is a skill that must be practiced daily. It requires knowing when to stop, listening to yourself, and saying no to things that drain your mental energy. The book's greatest lesson is this. In today's noisy world, true success doesn't come from running faster, doing more, or outcompeting others. It comes from knowing what truly matters and focusing all your energy on it. Stillness allows you to see your path clearly, make wise decisions, and, most importantly, find peace in any circumstance. If you feel swept up in a whirlwind of work, pressure, and endless noise, consider this book an invitation. An invitation to step out of the rush, breathe deeply, and begin the journey back to the stillness that has always been within you. Because when the mind, spirit, and body are united in stillness, you'll realize that you are not just living, you are living fully.